Great catching up with former UFC champion and the number 3 ranked light heavyweight Jamahal Sweet Dreams Hill. Jamahal, how you doing, man?
Good, James. How you doing, brother? What's going on?
Nothing much. I wanted to talk to you. Obviously, there's a lot of things going on in your division. We had the title fight a few weeks ago, but I wanted to start first with your health because it seems like you're good to go now. I did read a quote you had here saying contract is already on the way. Name has already hit the desk. Class will be in session soon. So I'm assuming you're cleared, or are you just expecting to fight here pretty soon?
Yeah, I'm cleared. I already signed the contract. We good to go. We got the date. Should be announced soon, but we're gonna see right now. But I'm locking in the game time.
That's good. So you must be happy. When did you get cleared? Like we're recording this, October 16th. When were you like good to go? Like as far as like getting back to full-time training and all that?
Been slowly progressing back into it over the last few weeks.
Okay, cool. Blink twice if you're fighting Jan Blachowicz next. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's funny.
But no,
Man,
like,
hey, look, man. People
yeah,
don't pay attention. I already told y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know where it's at, though.
yeah, no, I know. I saw your video. But I mean, thinking about it, I think people can conclude that it's probably one of Jan or Jiri. Is it safe to say it's a notable name that your next opponent is?
Man, it's safe to say it's yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Again, you can just blink twice if you want. That's fine with me. Let's talk about Pereira and Roundtree, UFC 307. You said, again, I got your quote here, so I kind of know if people, by the way, you got to watch your YouTube channel. You do a great job keeping people updated. But you said, was it entertaining? Yes. Was I impressed? No, I'm not impressed. What about the fight were you not impressed by? Just kind of looking back at that one.
Like nothing surprised me. It went exactly how I thought it was gonna go. If you watch the breakdown that I did before, I called everything from him start from whenever he started to find the teeth kick, knowing that was gonna be that could be that was gonna be a huge problem for him. Just to everything, bro. Like I mean, so no, nothing surprised me. Nothing nothing impressed me because that was a fight that he should have won. Probably more impressive than he did. I mean, shout out to Khalil. You know, he did his thing. You know, he came out game and ready. And showed that he had more than people believed that he did. But ultimately, Alex did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, no, he got it done. And then, of course, we found out after the fight. And look, I know fighters are never 100% when they go into fights, but Pereira mentioning he had the rib injury, he hurt his toe prior to the fight. Do you think that impacted his performance? Or, like, I guess kind of like you were saying, you expected that fight to
No,
end up?
no, bro. Like they do this every time they fight. Like he come out with injuries, bro. There hasn't been a fight where I didn't have injuries that I still haven't even disclosed or talked about. So you know what I'm saying. So it is what it is, bro. It's part of the job.
And the quote I was referencing off the top here, of course, you were yawning as the fight was going on. How are the Pereira fans treating you these days? Because it's seems like you're kind of having fun with it now because you knew they would obviously come after you if you did that.
What you mean? You mean the online? You mean the online shit? Online is not real. I get treated great every time it's in person and it's in my face. It ain't nothing but love and respect and admiration. So
Yeah.
you know, online is online.
Yeah. Do you read any of the comments though that you get, or you just kind of ignore it all?
I mean, I scroll, but for the most part, it just kind of just washes off for the most part.
I've heard some wild takes online with people saying, if the way Khalil fought, he would definitely beat Jamahal Hill. Do you kind of what do you think of people saying that?
Yeah, I heard that dumbass shit. Yeah, that's funny as hell. The way that Pereira beat Khalil, for one, Pereira couldn't beat me fighting that way, and two, that's how I would have beat Khalil from the jump. He would have got beat like that even earlier in the fight. I mean, like he would like pieced up with hands. Like, come on, bro. That's what I do. I mean, people got recency bias, you know what I mean, and all of that and things like that. If anybody thinks that Khalil is on my level, let's see him go and win a fight because he's not even we're not even in the same like bracket right now. He got a title shot just because he was an easy mark for the champ. He's a favorable matchup for the champ. You know what I'm saying? He's number 8. He was coming off a loss. He need to fight somebody. He's gonna have to you know what I'm saying? I'm in the top 5. He's gotta win, he's gotta get a win before he gets up. You know what I mean? Before that even a thing. And if he does get a win and that ever does materialize to be a thing, anybody who thinks he can beat me, I did see the Alex's story and all that, bet a mill on it. Bet your house on it. Real talk. I bet nobody gonna bet nothing that they really want to lose on that. Nobody's taking that bet.
Well, I was going to ask you too, because don't you think the combination of obviously you've irked the Pereira fans, and that's easy to do because they're they get upset with a lot of things that people say. But do you not think
Because they're
you're
stupid.
well?
They're not very smart.
I think
They're just
that
not smart.
I was going to say that what I think is. I think the fact that you have this group of people who don't like you online, do you think like that's going to affect the betting odds in your next fight? Because I think people forget about a lot of the good things you did. You know what I mean?
I hope so. 100%. I hope so. No, because I'm gonna be honest with you. The people that make the bets, they in the business of money. They're not thinking with their feelings. The people online is just people that just get in their feelings. And I mean, they get weird and they get in their feelings. The betting odds, people think logically. You know what I mean? Could it probably whenever I face Pereira again? Yeah, I bet I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping it does. So I mean, so the people that really rocking with me can go ahead and get that bag.
Obviously, the big fight coming up here with is Rakic and Ankalaev. What did you make of them booking that fight instead of giving Magomed the shot? And then obviously giving the fight to Khalil. What was your theory on that? Because there's some people who feel like Pereira's being protected. What do you think about that?
I felt like it was funny as hell. I feel like it was funny. I told y'all a while back they don't fuck with him. They don't like him. So I'm not surprised. I wasn't surprised by it like that. I was. I'm not gonna lie. I was surprised that they went to Khalil, but it was like it was a couple and then also there was a couple other dudes that are on win streaks that are ahead of him in the rankings too that were available. But I knew it was gonna happen. I wasn't no, I was surprised. I said something about it back a while back. I heard it. I heard that the Magomed and Rakic fight that was already being booked. That was
Mhm.
already being booked back like in May or some shit like that. So you gotta think Yuri and Alex was probably gonna be for Salt Lake but they had to move it up when Conor fell off and I mean everything fell off from International Fight Week.
Yeah.
So I would assume that's why you know what I mean, that's why they already had that booked up and things like that.
What do you think though about them wanting to put Ankalaev on UFC 308 because it's in the Middle East and maybe Pereira's not wanting to fight over there, and so they're like, well, we'll put you at Salt Lake. What do you think of that theory? Because there's been some people floated that as well.
I don't care.
Okay, well, no worries. I'm just curious your
You
theory
know,
on.
I feel yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, you can
It's
roast me
like
as much
that,
as you want. That's
you
fine.
just get it
Yeah.
what is like I don't pay attention to that shit. I don't care about
Well, I don't
like
know. It's your
yeah.
division. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I care about what they fight like. Yeah, it was something but like that, like, yeah.
So
That's a fact.
how does that fight play out? And I'm sure we can watch the full breakdown on your channel, but just quick summary. How do you think Ankalaev and Rakic goes?
Man. I think it goes not as people would expect. Because even myself, I had to look. I was just from like probably like yesterday or the day before. I actually thought a little bit more critically into it. It's a scrap, bro. It's a scrap. It's gonna be a real scrap.
You didn't answer my question though. Who do you think wins? I think Ankalaev's the favorite. Do you think that's the right call to make him the betting favorite?
Based off of recent things that we've seen, yeah, I guess. But if Rakic has to do like because you got to think his last fight like I can't really go too much off of that because he coming off an injury. He was coming off an
Yeah.
injury, been off for about like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So some of his instincts like might not have been as sharp as they would normally be. You know, but if Rakic comes like a little bit more calm, set, and sharp, I think Rakic is a little. I probably would lean a little bit more towards Rakic.
Well, but then what do you think would happen? Because if Rakic wins, I can't see him getting a title shot coming off a knockout loss to Yuri. Does Pereira move up? Does he fight at heavyweight? Because like I don't know, like unless they wait to give him a timeout and let the division kind of settle itself. What do you think they'll do?
Pereira said he wants to take time off. If I'm not mistaken, I seen
Yeah.
that somewhere. He's taking time off. So if he's taking time off, that's probably like about like at least like 3 months. He's not doing shit for 3 months, getting camp, fighting the next and another 2-3 months after that. You'll be done had a couple fights happening in the division since then. And by that time, I would assume, um, I would think that they would either have Rakic fight. I don't know somebody up closer at the top before then, maybe a rematch or some shit like that, and then
Well, that's what I meant by letting the division settle, because obviously you've got your fight. There's also that fight between Volkan Ozdemir and Carlos Ulberg.
But here's the thing: the heavyweight division is not settled. The heavyweight division, they got an interim champion. They got a champion that ain't fought in over a year and a half. You know what I mean? Who might retire after that? You know what I'm saying? So this is more on track to be this situation. A heavyweight is more on track to have yield something than you know what I mean than the heavyweight, light heavyweight than heavyweight. My bad.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, because I think at heavyweight right now, you could do the winner of Gane and Volkov fights Aspinall next, right? Because I think what's going to happen is all goes well. John wins the fight in November at UFC 309. They make the title vacant, or they just promote Aspinall, whatever, and then they continue the division with Aspinall. That's what I think they could do. But the reason I bring up Pereira is because, like, if Rakic wins, maybe they want to move him up and give him an immediate title shot.
It's possible, bro. After the Khalil thing, I don't fucking know, bro.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, I mean, they could throw a wild
I
card.
have no
right?
idea, bro.
Yeah.
I have no idea after that. That's how crazy that was. But as far as heavyweight, I think I'd rather see a Aspinall fight like a Cyril Gane. That's actually a fight I wouldn't mind seeing.
Well, yeah, Gane's got to get past Volkov, though. Yeah,
100%. Volkov is a beast, bro. Volkov, you know what I mean? He's been out here training at the PI. He looks good, bro. He's been doing his thing. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, if we going like matches, I believe didn't Tom Aspinall and Volkov fight each other already?
They did, yeah. And Aspinall finished him in the fight. So.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of towards that's why I kind of bring up more of like a Gane situation. You know what I'm saying?
There's also, I just mentioned Pereira maybe moving up. What do you make of, and again, this may be your opponent, but I'll say it anyways. Jiri Prochazka, there's talk of him moving down to 85. Do you think that would be a good move for him? Obviously he's lost twice to the champ.
I think once you start thinking you need to fight smaller dudes, maybe you should. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
But don't you think, though, for a guy like him that gets hit a lot, that's probably not the best move, cutting all that weight?
That's not. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad move. I'm in this division, shit. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I could. It makes sense. I can see that, but we're gonna see, bro. We're gonna see.
I know Israel Adesanya, it seems like he will stay at 85, but again, similar situation. He's lost to Strickland. He lost to DDP. Do you see him maybe moving up and trying his fortune there? Because there's that history with Alex Pereira. He has a win over him.
I think he's excited for growth. You know what I mean? He just recently said not that long ago that his story is done with Alex or whatever. So, yeah, I believe he's excited for the challenge of learning and adapting. You know what I mean? I believe that maybe he needed something to get him more excited, and, you know what I mean, to bring back that student in him, you know what I mean, to grow and to learn. I believe he's taking advantage. I believe he'll have fun with that and look to that challenge. But more so than moving up in the weight class. Yeah,
I agree. John Jones and Stipe, I talked about the fight there. What do you make of that? It's, Stipe's been off for a couple of years. John, obviously, it sounds like this is his last fight. What do you make of that matchup at UFC 309?
I can't even remember when Stipe's last fight was. When was his last fight?
And it was 2022, I think. Might have been even longer than that. Let me check.
Yeah, it was longer than that because I think Ngannou's been gone now for about like 2 years.
Yeah, I think my math's off. That's why I'm doing this, Jamal. I wasn't good in math. 2021, that was close.
Yeah, and that was in like March, right?
Yeah, March. Yeah.
March of 2021. So he hasn't fought in 3.5 years. Mm-hmm. How old is he?
He is 42. 42, yeah.
I think I'm going to go with John on this one.
I got another rapid fire thing this time I've been doing with the fighters. So this is a pound for pound edition. I'm going to give you 2 names. You tell me which one you think belongs more on the pound for pound list. Okay, we're going to go through a couple different names here. John Jones and Conor McGregor.
John Jones.
John Jones and George St. Pierre.
John Jones.
John Jones and Anderson Silva.
Probably go with John Jones.
John Jones and Fedor Emelianenko.
John Jones.
John Jones and Khabib Nurmagomedov.
You pound for pound? John Jones.
And last one, John Jones and Demetrius Johnson.
we've had our disagreements recently. But if I'm building a fighter, I'm building a fighter like Demetrius Johnson. So I'm about to go Demetrius Johnson.
Look at that, putting personal differences aside to give a good answer there. I like that. That's good.
Well, personal differences. We had
Yeah.
just different opinions in like fight takes and shit, like some things like that. Not
Yeah.
personal.
Well, no, it's going to happen because you guys are both creators now, which is kind of cool. What do you make of all the fighters kind of taking the lead and doing their own YouTube thing? I think it's good to see the personality side of fighters, right?
Hey, you gotta get paid, man. You gotta get paid in all ways you can, all avenues.
Are you heading home anytime soon? Or are you still doing? I guess with Vegas, you got everything you need there, right?
I'm doing finishing up my the rest of my recovery, just like making sure everything's strong and ready to go and reacting well to the training that comes with the camp.
Who do you work with when you're in Vegas? Is it kind of your own team, or how do you go about like when you're training and everything? Is it just talk to a couple guys, try and put it like a team together?
I got my own guys that I work with.
Nice. Well, that's good. And do you plan to do that even for your next fight? Like do sort of the Vegas and back home in Michigan?
Nah, I'm gonna be out in Omaha with Anthony Smith's team for this camp.
Oh, cool. So you're helping Anthony for Dominic Reyes then?
Yeah, I mean he's gonna help me for my upcoming fight.
Good. Iron sharpens iron. Just to think, you two almost fought, right? Now you guys are good buddies. So
We were, but well, that was my big bro. Whenever we were about to fight,
Mhm.
it's just a sticky, business situation.
yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Do you think Conor McGregor fights again?
I don't know. I mean, I want to see Conor fight again.
Well, I
Just
think we all want to see him fight, but do you think? he fights again?
other people want to see him come back for all the antics and all of that shit. I want to see him come back for like the martial arts in the shows that he actually put on. I want him to come on to actually put on a show. You know what I'm saying? Come out to put on like a performance in a fight like that for real against somebody that's gamed and on that level. And let's see where he at still. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see.
Do you think Colby Covington fights again?
I don't give a fuck.
He's another name. We're coming up to almost a year that he last fought, and I haven't heard anything.
Who knows? I'll be forgetting he exists until people even say anything about him, bro. And I don't even hate Kobe. I don't hate Kobe.
Yeah.
I don't hate Kobe.
No, I know that. What was it like meeting Martin Lawrence?
It was dope, bro. It was like, you know what I mean? Like, I grew up watching him as a kid, watching his shows, copying his mannerisms and comedy and things like that, and yeah, it was dope.
How did that all get set up?
He was doing the show in Grand Rapids, so I had my people reach out to his people.
Nice. That's good people you have right there. There's one episode, I don't know why, of Martin where he's wearing a Vancouver Canucks jersey. That's where I'm from. I live in Vancouver, and it's actually like a cool looking jersey. It's got the skate and the orange, but I don't know why he wore it in that episode. If I ever see him someday, I want to ask him why he wore that jersey, because it's totally random. You know what I mean? Like I could see if he, I don't know, had a jersey of like an American team, but like Vancouver, just very odd. Do you know what I'm talking
He tours
about?
all over. Hold on, that's not weird because he tours all over the world. I mean, maybe he was in Vancouver, he had an experience, maybe he had a night. You don't know who was the player. Who was the player?
No, there was no, but there was no player on the. No, I'm talking. He wore it on the actual show on Martin. I don't think he was touring back then. So like, there's an. You know what? I'll send you the screen grab after. But yeah, for some reason in one of the episodes of Martin, he wears
get fans like you. He did it to reach fans like you.
Yes, exactly.
Right,
he was thinking of the Canadians.
He's a marketing genius because he was already popping in the U.S., right?
Yeah,
gotta be popping in Canada too.
Jamal, thanks for doing this. Hopefully we hear some fight news. When are we going to find the fight news? It's coming up pretty soon.
You think they fucking tell me anything, James?
Well,
you think I fucking
people? Isn't that what
you think they tell me anything? I can get in rooms. I can get in a fucking room over here and get in a room over there. Information being leaked out. I can't. These are the things I'm not privy to.
Yeah, but you can. We're ballparking here. There's nothing wrong with that. Soon, I'm assuming we'll find out because they got to make their calendar for next year soon, right? They got to start selling tickets.
I feel like if people paid attention, they would already know. But I mean, it is what it is.
Well, we're trying to get even more hints. There we go. Anything you want to plug before we get out of here? Your YouTube channel, your sponsors, anything you got? Floor is yours, man.
Y'all know where to find me. I ain't hard to find.